I'm John Small for politicalstorm.com. Today we have a guest, Dr. Joy Brown, a nationally acclaimed syndicated radio host, a licensed clinical psychologist. She offers advice on issues ranging from relationships and marriage and finance and work and career. And today we're going to be talking about Super Tuesday, since that was yesterday. Some of the candidates that did really well. We have some that didn't fare so well. So we're going to visit with Dr. Joy right now about how that can affect maybe volunteers and people that are working on the campaign. First of all, Dr. Joy, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. As you point out, I'm getting ready to do my program. You know, we should tell people that if they want to, even if they're not, if they don't, the program isn't carried to their market, they can always listen online at drjoy.com. They can get the podcast, or they can just call at 855-99-DR-JOY, and I'll talk with them about whatever's going on in their lives.
That's awesome. If they want to see where you're on the radio, can they find that at drjoy.com as well?
Yeah, usually can. And in fact, I from Ben Carson's folks today.
Oh, yeah. So you're going to be hearing, because he only has 8% of the delegates that he needs. He needs 1,237 to win. There's still 1,784 available, but it's going to be a pretty steep climb. So people that are maybe supporting Kasich or Carson right now, maybe they're not feeling so great. What kind of advice do you have for people that are supporting a candidate that's not doing well right now?
Oh, yeah, it's I don't know if any of you have ever run for office or worked on somebody's campaign, whether we're talking about junior high school head boy or in college or for a political candidate. But I think you always go into it with the best of hopes and high expectations and understanding that somebody's not going to win. So hopefully they're feeling that they fought a good fight, that they got their message out. I think that Kasich and Carson, boy, that sounds like law firm, doesn't it, are very likely going to just look at the dollars and cents. Although, interestingly enough, I did some homework here, that if you look at how much money people have raised for either themselves or through their political action committee, Jeb Bush has raised a huge amount of money.
Yeah. And
obviously he's dropped out. So it's not always just about the money. I think at some point it's about, you've done the best you can do, and the question is, when should you keep on keeping on? And I think obviously Rubio and Cruz have decided that, as opposed to Carson and Kasich, which are probably going to say that the fight is just is unwinnable, or just about unwinnable.
And neither of those two won any states yesterday. Rubio won at least one. Cruz won a couple. Trump did really well, won several yesterday. Now, on the Democratic side, Hillary has done very well. Bernie Sanders won several states yesterday, but still there's a huge gap and a growing gap there. So on the same token, if people maybe are Bernie Sanders supporters and they're, I can tell you a friend on Facebook who's a huge Bernie Sanders supporter feels like, and these are his words, that Hillary is stealing this election. And for people that are feeling that way, what kind of advice do you have for them?
Well, first of all, I'm not sure that's true. It's really interesting in this election year that how people interpret not only Super Tuesday, but any particular statistic or comment really depends on who they're supporting. I mean, I've read stuff that's all over the landscape. Some people are saying, well, Bernie Sanders really did well because Hillary didn't deliver a knockout punch. Other people are saying, and in fact, Massachusetts at one point was shown as being in Bernie Sanders' camp, and it's now switched over to Hillary. So I would suspect that Bernie Sanders people, as opposed to the people we've talked about on the Republican side, are feeling that, maybe just a little bit more money, a little bit more push, a little bit more TV time. I suspect that they are not quite as disheartened as Ben Carson's or Kasich's fans, because there really is a chance. It's not a huge chance, but the knockout punch has not really been delivered yet with Hillary and Bernie Sanders, I don't think.
Again, visiting right now with Dr. Joy Brown, known as Dr. Joy on radio stations all over the country. You can listen to her radio program, even if it's not in your market, at drjoy.com. And again, Dr. Joy, thank you for taking some time to chat with us. I know you've got to get on the radio here in just a short while, so we don't have a whole lot more time with you. But I'm expecting we're probably going to see in the next day or two some of these people that are maybe not doing well drop out of the race. But the other thing that I think is interesting is there are several people saying they're expecting some other people to maybe jump into the race. Do you see anything like that? Like as you look at it from your perspective, I've heard Bloomberg's name. I've heard Mitt Romney's name. Do you see anything there that people should know about?
Well, yeah, it's one of those odd years. As I said, I was talking with somebody about it, and I said, the interesting thing about the campaign for me this year is everybody's saying it's really diverse. We've got a woman, a Jew, 2 Hispanics, an African-American, and a rich, angry white guy. And the rich, angry white guy is the one who's saying, I'm the alternative candidate, which is sort of interesting in American politics, because the rich white guy has always been the establishment candidate. So it's an odd year, and I think I counted up there have been actually 12 Republicans who were at one point presidential candidates who dropped out. So do I think it could be a crapshoot? I do. For Bloomberg, it'd be interesting in whether he goes in the Republican side or the Democratic side. He is a registered Republican, but an awful lot of Republicans view him as kind of a Democrat in a billionaire's clothing. So, who knows? This is a year where anything could happen, and has happened, and continues to happen. So, I mean, if nothing else, this is really politics as reality TV. It has no predictability as far as I'm concerned. It has, if you look at it as politics, you're going to get really discouraged, I'm afraid. If you look at it as kind of fun, as kind of, as I said, a reality TV show, which is not reality at all, but then maybe you can get a little bit more sort of giggles out of it. Except all of these people are running for the highest office in the land. Yeah. So if you think of it that way, it's going to make your stomach hurt. But for right now, I think of it as an unscripted free-for-all.
Coming up in just a bit, we're going to be visiting with Diamond and Silk, and they are big supporters of Donald Trump. They've been out stumping for Trump, and I'm pretty certain that they're not depressed today. I bet they're pretty darn excited. And for people that are in that boat, is there something that maybe they should be a little careful not to get too excited? Because we're not at the finish line yet, are we?
No, not at all. And Trump has 90 more than Cruz. Has 90 delegates more than Cruz. But he's nowhere near. He's got about 319, and he needs 1,200. So he's only 25% of the way there. However, he does have the momentum. And so, but there are a whole bunch of states that have huge number of delegates. I mean, it really is up. If you take Cruz and Rubio and put them together, and I'm not sure exactly why you do that, but they actually have slightly more votes jointly than Trump does. So it's a wide open kind of Old West shoot 'em out at this moment, I think.
Something else that I thought was kind of interesting, there's a growing list of celebrities who are saying that if Trump is elected, they're leaving the country. Whoopi Goldberg is one, and Jon Stewart from The Daily Show, and Al Sharpton is even on that list. As a psychologist, for somebody who is a person that has some notoriety, that's a public person and has some sort of claim to fame, whether it's somebody that had a TV show or Al Sharpton or whoever it is, for them to come out and say, if I don't get my way in this election, I'm going to stomp my feet and I'm leaving the country. What are they thinking by announcing something like that?
Well, it's kind of the Sean Penn school of life, isn't it? Where it says, I think they're not saying if I don't get my candidate, they're saying that they feel that the country that they live in and they love would change so radically that it would be difficult for them to live here. But this is a year. Think about Christie, who introduced Trump last night, who had, it was a month or 6 weeks ago, said he was a blowhard and said he was ridiculous and opposed all, and then his policy about immigration was ridiculous. And now he's saying the next president of the United States. Who knows what's going on this year? It's kind of, if it weren't for the presidency, it would be silly fun. If this were for a high school election and somebody was, where you put up the captain of the football team and you put up the geek and then somebody gets smart alecky and put up the high school mascot, the pig for president. I don't know what's going on this year, except I do know one thing absolutely, which is people are really upset and unhappy and just really disillusioned about government in general, about the presidency in particular, about people's motives about running, about anybody's ability to look beyond their own needs and try and figure out what's best for the country. It's a really, I'm sort of making it sound like it's silly fun, and it's really not. I don't remember a time in my time of being on the air and listening to people and hearing. I have a great sort of psychological, sociological, anthropological perch because I talk to so many people every day about what's going on in their lives and have for years. I don't remember a time where as a country we've been more disillusioned or disenfranchised, disaffected. I mean, we're not happy folk these days.
Again, Dr. Joy Brown has been our guest. Dr. Joy, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us. I know you got to get ready for your program, so thank you again for doing that. And hopefully we'll get a chance to chat again in the future.
All right, good enough. And if folks have issues that are not political, because my program, as you point out, is police psychology, give me a holler at 855-99-Dr. Joy.
Very nice. And you can learn more at drjoy.com, and that's drjoy.com. Coming up in a moment, we're going to be visiting with Diamond and Silk, and I got a feeling they're not depressed today. I think they're going to probably be pretty darn happy. We'll be chatting with those young ladies after this.
There's a storm brewing, a political storm. In the next 9 months, we'll be selecting our next president. Politicalstorm.com is making it easy to stay in the know. Share your views on issues that matter most to you. Get caught up with the latest political news and let your voice be heard. It's your country. It's your vote. It's your voice. Politicalstorm.com. Made by the people, for the people. The silent majority doesn't have to stay silent. Feel the power of the storm. politicalstorm.com.
Thank you for listening to politicalstorm.com. I've got a couple of guests joining me right now. I have Lynette Hardaway and Rochelle Richardson, but they're better known by their stage name, Diamond and Silk. They're biological sisters from North Carolina, active video bloggers and YouTube personalities, and they're Trump supporters too. And I got the ladies on the line right now. Ladies, how you doing, Diamond and Silk?
Oh, you're wonderful. Yeah, right.
Very good. Well, I'm excited to chat with you. Yesterday was Super Tuesday, and your man did pretty darn good, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. He did phenomenal. We're so proud of him. Very proud of him.
Well, I'm clicking through the results this morning, kind of looking to see, and the first thing I thought of is I bet Diamond and Silk are happy today.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we've been very happy. We've been very excited about him. You know, he said he's going to run the table. We like how he's running the table. And, you know, we're looking for him to get the nomination. So we're absolutely excited.
And I'm reading all kinds of different blogs, people that have different things that they're saying. There's some people that are saying that it's a slam dunk. He's going to get it no matter what, and it would be really difficult for anybody else to win. There's others that are trying their hardest to find a way that somebody else could be the nominee. You guys are pretty darn certain who the nominee is going to be, aren't you?
Absolutely. We know it's going to be Donald Trump. So the establishment, people in the GOP, these other career politicians, their puppet masters, which is their donors and special interests, need to stop playing games.
That's right.
Stop playing games. Stop playing with the American people. The American people are speaking, so they should listen.
That's right.
Well, and as of yesterday, with Super Tuesday results in, he won another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 states yesterday. So he's got 316 delegates right now. He added 234 yesterday. So the math is definitely adding up in his favor, and he's doing really well.
He's doing very well.
Very well.
The people are speaking, baby. They got to listen to us.
And if you go to diamondandsilk.com, you'll see why we stumped for Trump and why everybody should stump for Trump.
Yes.
And I'm a big fan of you guys. Like I was telling you last time we spoke, my wife is also a huge fan. She loves Diamond and Silk. Now, and it's cool that you guys are big fans of Trump, but there are some people that are coming out saying, if Donald Trump is elected, I'm leaving the United States. What do you think of the people that are saying stuff like that? And there's celebrities that are saying that.
Well, if they want to leave, have your bags packed.
That's right.
So that you can leave. Listen, this man is saying he wants to make America great.
Yeah.
He wants to secure the border to keep us safe. Bring our jobs back where people are thriving again. So I don't understand why people, you know what it is? Sometimes people want you to stay beneath them. They don't want you to come up. And so if somebody come along that wants to bring you up, they get upset about it, and now they want to leave. So let them leave. Goodbye. We're going to make this place great again, and people are going to start coming up and saying stuff like Trump.
I think anybody that's saying that, when Donald Trump wins, they should be required to leave. Don't you think so?
Well, if they put themselves out there like that, they want to leave. That's right. Yes, they need to pack their stuff and go ahead and go. Listen, I don't get caught up in the riffraff, and people should stop getting caught up in the media emotion. The media have pulled at their heartstrings and their emotion strings, and they get caught up in useless emotions. Stop it. Look at what's really going on.
Yeah.
And sometimes the media is the most biased people I've ever seen in all the days of my life. Sometimes we got to stop listening to them and listen to your own instinct.
That's right.
Again, visiting today with Diamond and Silk, and it's interesting, former Democrats, but now very wide prominence as huge supporters of conservative presidential candidate Donald Trump. And you guys have had video after video after video supporting Donald Trump, and you've traveled all over, but right now you're back home, is that right?
We're back in North Carolina, and I'm happy to be here. Yes.
Did you get to watch the Super Tuesday results at home then?
I surely did. We sure did. We was able to watch it all play out to see who was winning what, and we was very excited. We was excited for our man Donald Trump. Yeah, very excited. Mm-hmm.
I have an idea for you guys. I think you should auction off the opportunity for people to watch the election results with Diamond and Silk on election night in November. I think that you'd have a lot of people that would want to do that. I think people would buy tickets for that.
Buy tickets to come to the house with us to do a chill and watch. I never thought of that. Listen to, oh my goodness, that would be nice. That would be really nice. I may have to run about a 10. Yeah.
I think that's an idea.
Good idea.
So you let me know when those tickets are available. We'll see what we can do to get a pair of those. I think it'd be a lot of fun.
We sure will.
Again, Diamond and Silk are our guests right now. Again, ladies, thank you so much for doing what you're doing, and it's so great that you're getting people excited about this election, and we really appreciate you taking some time to chat with us here at politicalstorm.com.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having us. And stop for Trump, baby. Yes, stop for Trump.
And if I want to get more information, I can go to your website, diamondandsilk.com, and you have all kinds of cool stuff there, don't you?
Absolutely. Or go to our store, diamondandsilkstore.com. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Diamond and Silk. Like us on Facebook at Diamond and Silk. We're on Periscope at Diamond and Silk. And Instagram us at Diamond and Silk.
They're taking over the internet. Diamond and Silk. Thanks, ladies.
All right. Thanks for having us. Bye-bye.
Again, our guests have been Diamond and Silk, and you can learn more about these ladies at diamondandsilk.com. Thank you so much for listening to politicalstorm.com. The preceding broadcast you just heard has been executive produced by Lawrence Rassin, co-founder of politicalstorm.com. Line produced and edited and narrated by John Small from The John and Heidi Show and Sunny Radio. This program is expressly for politicalstorm.com and affiliated networks and was recorded on Wednesday, March 2nd, 2016. For politicalstorm.com, I'm John Small.